Jesus fucking Christ. You guys have no fucking idea how long I've been working on my fucking computer today. Like, it's been pissing me off. Like, I have made the same video 13 fucking times because my computer had to update, because my phone didn't want to connect. It still doesn't, as you can tell by the shitty camera angle, so it's fine. I'll just buy a new camera. It's fine. And on top of that, my connection kept going in and out and in and out and in and out. Fucking sick of this shit. So, but if you're new, I'm sorry. Welcome, but I'm sorry. If you're not new and you're still following me, I hope you're mentally okay, because it's psychotic that you're still here. But it's fine, because I love you. Anyways, I don't know why I would say that, because I don't have that many followers. I know I have people that view it but don't follow, which y'all know who I'm talking to. And it's very well deserved. And it's literally the people I know too. But sorry I haven't been on, if you will. I went to Vegas. Yeah. Kehlani here turned fucking 25 and decided she was gonna go to Vegas to literally try to score a date with somebody. It worked out in my favor, which I will talk about, but it was so disappointing. It was, like, Vegas is nothing at all like how it is in the movies. Like, you know, in the movies where you're just like, okay, big city lights, big action, showgirls. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into why it was disappointing. But for starters, I hope you guys are doing amazing. Make sure you guys drink water. That's my decided I'm gonna give you guys a healthy message at the beginning of everything. Drink water. And if you don't like drinking water, put like a vegetable or a fruit in it to just spice up the water. But let's get into this. So I drove to Vegas with my dad and my brother. The smart thing I should have done was probably fucking fly. I didn't. Why? Plane tickets are fucking expensive. On top of that, we also got the hotel room. So fucking expensive. So we drove. What was supposed to be a 17-hour trip turned into a 20-hour drive. I shit you not. When you first pull up maps, it has you go from Washington through Idaho down to Nevada. I believe that's correct. The route we went, because I wanted to see everything, because I love road trips. We went from Washington to Oregon to California to Nevada. And it was very pretty. I mean, like I said, we drove. My back hurts, my fucking shoulder hurts, but you know, I didn't drive. It's fine. I just fell asleep. But it's all the views I got to see. It was pretty cool. I mean, my dad has like some severe fucking road rage, which it's normal. Everybody gets road rage. However, I don't mind road rage, but when I'm a passenger in your car and I gotta hear road rage, I'm grabbing the oh shit handle, because I've been traumatized in multiple fucking car accidents. So I'm just like fucking over it, you know? But I got to see some pretty cool things. Like, for instance, I am a city girl at heart. Like, I love living in the country, but I love being in the city, if that makes sense. I can't make it make sense for you, so you're just going to have to do the math on that one. Got to see Portland at nighttime, which I know it's not really a goal, but, like, I've always wanted to see, like, some major cities in different states and what they're like at nighttime. Like, here in Washington, we have Seattle. I've seen Seattle at nighttime so many fucking times. I've even been to the fucking Space Needle, and it just doesn't fucking compare. But yeah, along the way through though, I also got to see, you know, like Mount St. Helens. I mean, I didn't pull over and stop to see it. Like, I've never seen Mount St. Helens. You know, me being a resident of fucking Washington, it's actually pretty cool. Like, I find it very fascinating that half of a fucking mountain is missing. And I know it's not half a mountain, but like, you get what I mean when I say that shit. But I also got to see San Francisco. I've always wanted to see Golden Gate Bridge. I didn't see it on the way there, but I did see it on the way back, which I'll also talk about. Don't ask why I'm holding a pen, because I finally wrote down a fucking script, and I still am having squirrel moments. So, but I got to see them at nighttime. This will be part of like the ending, like on my way back home. But like, the fucking hills of San Francisco are the same as the fucking hills in Seattle, and they're fucking equally annoying. Like, okay, if you're gonna drive up a hill, drive up a hill. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But don't put fucking buildings on hills, because that pisses me the fuck off. Because, no. No, honey, no. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. I don't know who the fuck thought that was a good idea, but no. No. Hell no. I'm good on that shit. So, but like I said, whole way there, dad gets road rage. My dad likes to do 90 when it calls for it. So like if you're in a car with him and the car in front of him is going slow and there's no car in front of the slow car, he's gonna instantly get fucking pissed. That's just how it is. That's just law for him, I guess. But now here's where it gets kind of scary for me a little bit, is because if the speed limit calls for 50 around like a curve or something, my dad's gonna do 70. It's terrifying. It's fine. It's terrifying though, but you know, that's life. I got some pretty cool snazzy photos for scenery though, and it was pretty fucking amazing. And like everybody in my family would like to get fucking stoned as shit. I personally like smoking weed versus edibles, because with edibles they make me feel like I'm having fucking seizures. Those that know. Those that don't know, it's fucking weird as shit. No, I don't smoke weed around my kid. I don't set that example. I mean, I have been smoking weed since I was 14. I've been openly smoking weed in front of my parents since I was 17. But, I mean, I'm trying to set a good example. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about getting stoned, but at the same time, I don't want her to think that her mom just does nothing but gets stoned, because I don't. And it's fine to say that. It's also not your fucking business. This isn't a parenting episode. Calm the fuck down. Anyways, so as we're stoned, me and my dad literally are convinced that we're seeing UFOs and shit on the way there, and they were actually fucking the cell towers. It's weird. It's very weird. But in our defense, you know, the city lights were blocking the cell tower, so all we saw was like a light that would move and then move this way. Like it literally was just like, it wasn't blinking like a normal cell tower. It was just like this, and then it would go that way, and then it would go that way. If it was blinking, it would have been a better experience. Or if that pen had a light, it would have been a better experience. But I don't have a light on pen. I want one, which if someone could send me one, that'd be fucking great. Flashing forward, now we're in Vegas. For starters, really fucking hot. I've been in some hot ass temperatures. Mind you, I've lived in Montana, and do you think I'd be used to hot temperatures? But like, I don't miss it. I haven't been to Montana in 7 years. Thankfully, I don't think I could ever see myself going back. It's beautiful, but fucking people there ruined it. So fucking hot. Like I remember, like I was wearing a sweatshirt. As soon as I stepped out of that perfectly air conditioned car, I was like, "What the fuck?" I had to literally go to a rest stop and change into some fucking shorts because it felt like my clothes were just melting on my fucking skin. So, but anyways, we're there. We stayed in this hotel room or hotel called Circus, and it was actually depressing. Like outside, it's depressing to look at. However, on the inside, it was actually pretty fucking cool. My dad wanted to stay there because, you know, when he was in Vegas, obviously times have changed now. Circus was like the hotel to go to. It was like, and they still do it too. Like there's circus acts, there's arcades, there's an amusement park literally on the inside of the fucking hotel. Like, I'm talking mini state fair sized amusement park. And I thought that was pretty fucking cool. It was only depressing mostly because, you know, it's like going to, you know, if you've seen that movie Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, you know those apartments and how they rent an apartment, there's like a dead body like chalk outline. That's what it looked like. But it was still fun. I had a pretty good time. I mean, we went to the pool, we went down some water slides, we went to go see a carnival show. We didn't do any gambling because we're not really big on gamblers. Like, I don't know. Of every like addiction thing in my family, like gambling just wasn't one of them. Alcohol and drugs maybe, but like gambling just, it wasn't one of them. So why y'all needed to know that was beyond me. But yeah. Among all the things we did, we got to walk the strip. My brother Isaiah, that's the one who went with me. Those who have been paying attention, I have two older brothers. But my brother Isaiah, he he still is actually obsessed with Chris Angel. Those of you who don't know him, which I find it hard to believe y'all don't know who Chris Angel is, he's like a mind freak magician. I'm not a huge fan. I like magic, but I'm not into magic, if that makes any sense, unless it's fucking Harry Potter. But it was pretty cool. We tried to like walk the strip just to kind of see if we can like see Chris Angel, because like when you have an idol growing up, obviously your bucket list item is to meet the said idol. So, and in this case, the idol was Chris Angel for my brother. I was already going to Vegas to meet my idol. I felt no reason why my brother couldn't do the same. Who my dad's idol was, he mainly wanted to go see the Pawn Star store. And that shit was really fucking depressing. Because, oh my fucking god. It was just, I can't even believe it. But while walking the strip, I got to see New York and I got to see Paris. Literally. I mean, obviously not the real ones, obviously. But I got to see the Empire State Building and I got to see the Eiffel Tower. I also got to see Hell's Kitchen, which I thought was pretty cool. Because, I mean, it's Hell's Kitchen. My mom grew up watching like a lot of cooking shows, and so did I. I mean, it kind of like rubs off on you a little bit. So seeing like Hell's Kitchen, we were just like, oh my god, Hell's Kitchen. But she made us like promise we couldn't go in and eat there without her, obviously for specific reasons, and we didn't. But she's not allowed to eat there without me, because I'll be super pissed if she does. Like, I'm talking, don't talk to me anymore, Mom. So I thought it was pretty cool. Now, before I get into any other details here, I want to talk about the Pawn Stars one. So, like I said, if you haven't seen Pawn Stars, it's like that little TV show, not the one in Chicago with the girl where she's like, oh no, oh, what did you say to me? Not that girl. The one where it's like the three guys where in one episode some idiot decides to pawn a Phil Collins from Def Leppard. One of them just decides to pawn a guitar. For starters, why? Just why? I believe it was the Predator guitar too, which I couldn't pawn that. That's like an item right there. Neither here nor there. We go there thinking it's going to be like this big ass pawn store. It's like the size of half my fucking hallway. I was going to say half my room, but my hallway is like the perfect size. Like, it's small and narrow. It was fucking crowded. Everything was just overly expensive for no fucking reason. Like, for an item that you could go to Walmart and get for $15, they wanted $90 for it. And I'm just like, no. That's fucking insane. Like, I can't even with that. Also, I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's ears if I get like super close and then back away and then super close again. I apologize. I really do apologize. I'm a loudspeaker, and I'm also an exaggerated speaker. I can't speak today. Apparently, guys, kill me. Anyways, it was just all around disappointing because it's like, really, for a show this famous, how the fuck did y'all shoot anything? Like, I'm surprised there was even camera room. But we did get some pictures. So, there's that. And on top of that, oh my god, I also got to meet my internet bestie. Her name's Franny. I call her Franny. Her real name's, I don't want to say her real name, but like I call her Franny. Me and Franny have been friends since COVID shutdown times. Quite literally. What is it? I'm going to tell y'all how we met too. She cosplayed as Bellatrix Lestrange, and she really looked like her, honestly. And I was like, oh my god, dude, this is such a cool cosplay. I love it, and I love cosplaying. I mean, do I post cosplay? No, but I'm gonna start. But she was like, oh, thank you. And then I followed her, thinking, okay, I'm gonna follow her, see what she's all about. She followed me back, and I was like, why? I'm barely on TikTok. I'm not even funny on TikTok. All I do is, fucking post duets, rant, call people out, act, if you will. But she followed me, and I'm just like, okay, I guess now we're besties, and we literally are besties. And she lives in Vegas, and I got to meet her for the first time in person. I mean, I FaceTime her before, and we still, to this day, text each other. So I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh my God, I actually met my internet bestie. I have a lot of internet besties, and this is the first one I've ever met in person, which really fucking cool. She was telling me like all the cool stuff to do in Vegas, what not to do in Vegas, where to go, where to not go. Like, she really like laid out the land of Vegas for me, and I love that, because if she were to come here, I would have been like, all right, stay the fuck out of Hilltop. Don't go to Spanaway, because Spanaway is called Spunaway. If you know, you know. Seattle's nice, but the hills are just, they're going to cause anxiety. And on top of that, don't walk the streets of Seattle, because Seattle is now Tent City. I don't give a fuck if you live in Seattle. Y'all know it's fucking true. Okay? Y'all know it's true. Fucking Seattle bitches have nothing on Tacoma bitches. Okay, we stand our ground. Sometimes. But, no, that was pretty fucking cool. Also, I am obsessed with the fucking mall there. Let me tell you why. So, they got these rainbow stairs, and of course I had to get a picture on it, because I was like, you know what? My half gay ass needs a picture of me sitting on some rainbow stairs. And then, of course, me sitting in my favorite color, because I love blue. And everybody's like, why are you saying half gay? For starters, I say half gay because I like men and women. I'll date anybody. Like, I don't care if they're transgender, I guess. Yes, that makes me pansexual, but, like, I don't care for labels. Like, if I'm connected to you, I'm connected to you type of thing. So, there's that. I don't give a fuck who I fucking offend either. If you got a problem with me, come take it up with me. But if you don't know my whole name, including my middle name, you don't know me well enough to have a fucking problem. I'm the ringleader of my own bullshit. Stay that way. My fucking nose is itchy. Alright. Time to get down to what I really, really want to talk about. So, like I said at the beginning of this episode, I went to Vegas to score a date and to meet my hero. They are the same person. They are the same fucking person. I bought tickets to both nights to go see Troy Bond. Why? Because I love that man. That man. Okay, hold up. Let me tell you how night one went, okay? For starters, I bought a Joker shirt in the Circus Hotel store. They got like a shit ton of stores. Like, there's like even a food court when you go downstairs and shit. But like, went there, got a Joker shirt. It had Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix on it, which I love Joker. He's like my favorite DC villain, next to, of course, you know, Catwoman and Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. I do love Penguin from time to time, but I don't love him enough. Mr. Freeze is pretty cool. I'm also a huge fan of the Riddler, but like, what started me on DC was the Joker, because he's fucking crazy, and I love it. And I grew up watching all variations of Batman. Like, my favorite Batman, I love Christian Bale Batman, but I also love Val Kilmer. My favorite Joker is Heath Ledger, of course, but I also love Jack Nicholson and Cesar Romero. I love all of them. I don't like Jared Leto. This is not a Joker episode. I'll probably do one on comics maybe next week or on Friday. I don't know. But anyways, I wore a Joker shirt. I wore shorts and fishnets. I really wanted to look more punk rockish, because that's literally my style if I'm wearing shorts, because I don't like how I look in shorts. It's a body thing, and I don't want to get into it. But yeah. So night one, literally, we sat like really close to the stage. Like, I mean, like, we're in the front row, except for we're not like right in front of the microphone. Like, let's say the microphone's like right here. We sat like all the way in the corner, and like, it was pretty fun. My first Vegas drink was an AMF. I've had an AMF before. I don't like them, but like, I'm not the type of person that goes to a place and orders a drink that's not on the fucking menu. That's weird to me. It's so fucking weird to me. But anyways, did that. My friend Franny came with us. She actually came with me to both nights. And so first night, she like got a picture of me. It was my first Vegas drink. It's all over her TikTok and both of our Instagrams. And I was like, oh yay. Oh my god, awesome. I got called out, which was hilarious. I didn't get picked on the first night. Second night I did, but the first night I got called out. Mostly because, what is it? There's this comedian. The host seemed nervous to me. I don't know. He just seemed nervous. I don't know if it was because it was like the first night, but he just seemed nervous. He was funny, but nervous. Second guy who was opening for Troy Bond, his name's Joey Rinaldi. I suggest everybody goes and follows him. He's actually really fucking hilarious. If you've seen New Girl, he literally reminds me of Nick from New Girl. He was really fucking hilarious, actually. So, and then of course, Troy comes out on the stage and he does his little bits here and there. What was it? Oh, towards like the end, if you haven't been to a Troy Bond show, towards the end, he always asks people, is there any questions? I forgot what one girl was questioning, but he, was making jokes saying that he's been eyeballing her all night. What he does that. He really does do that and stuff. And my friend Franny decides to shout. She goes, "You're just gonna cheat on my best friend?" And I was like, wait a minute. I didn't think she was actually going to do it. So like the thing about me is that like I'll be like, yeah, you should totally say that. I don't think people actually do it. I literally just say you should do it just to see if they'll chicken out. And if they chicken out, that's fine. My friend Franny does not chicken out. And so, what is it? After she says that, he goes, "What are you talking about?" And then she goes, "You kissed my best friend on the cheek. Now you're just going to cheat on her." And I was like, oh God. And she just, he goes, "Do you have any proof?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually I do." He goes, "Okay, what was I wearing?" I was like, "Well, you were wearing like a black, silk shirt, and you were wearing Michael Jackson shoes. You literally told everybody that you didn't feel confident coming out there in the event that some Nazi called you gay or whatever." He's like, "This is verified." And then I showed like Franny the picture of him kissing me on the cheek, and that was the first time I've ever met him. That was the first time I ever met him. Now, towards the end of his shows, he always does like a little meet and greet. It's always free and stuff. Franny goes first. I was last in line because mindset here. I will always be the last in line because the last person in line gets the most time. That's my thing. Anyways, Franny shows him the picture and then she tells him how we would make a cute couple. I don't know what he said to her about that. All I know is that I'm just like, okay, I hope this man's single. I don't know if he is, but if he is, I mean, yay. If not, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. And I'll explain why in a minute. My fucking nose is itching me. It's fucking allergy season. Anyways, so he sees me. He sees that I have a Joker shirt on. He's got on Joker shoes. And he's like, "We're twinning." So he's like holding on to me. He's got his like foot in the air to showcase, my shirt and his shoes. Funny thing is that you can't even see my Joker shirt in the picture. All you see is like his thigh and his shoe and his cute little goofy face. So, and then, me being the last person in line, I'm like still talking to him. I was like, "Oh, by the way, I have something to tell you." He goes, "What?" And I'm just like, "I'm the girl on Twitter, X, whatever, that said that in 15 days I will be seeing you to tell you a Star Wars pickup line." He goes, "Oh, that's you." And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, well. I was like, "But I don't want to tell you right now." He goes, "Oh." I was like, "I will literally see you tomorrow." So he goes, "Oh, you're going to see me tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to see you tomorrow." I don't know why he thought I was lying, but I literally was going to see him tomorrow. So as I'm heading out, we see Joey. And I follow Joey on Instagram. Joey is like a brand new comedian, I think. I can't remember if he's like brand new or like has been doing it for years. But like, I followed him, and I told him, I was like, "Yeah, no, I drove 20 plus hours just to come see Troy Bond and stuff." And he goes, "Oh, that's so insane." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "I'm from, Tacoma area." He goes, "That's insane because Troy is always in Tacoma." No, he's not. No, he ain't. Swear to God, no, he's not. And if he is, I swear to God, I would cry and I owe Joey an apology if he sees this. They're not going to see it though, because I'm not famous or popular enough for celebrities to see this shit. But that being said, that was night one. I had a fucking blast in night one. So, night two, though. Night two. The next day is literally where it was at. Now, if you know me, you know that I overthink a lot. I have anxiety. That's like one of the drawbacks to having anxiety. It's like you tend to overthink a lot of shit because you're just like, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What happens if I fall down or stutter? What happens if I get too drunk? I look weird. All that shit. All that starts to play in my mind. And I'll do this for like anything. Like I could be going to a fucking wedding and I'll be like, okay, well, what if my shoe breaks and now the fucking wedding is over because my shoe breaks? Like, anxiety. Anyways, so for night 2, I wore same shorts, didn't wear fishnets. Should have, because again, I don't like how I look in fucking shorts. But I wore my Spider-Man shirt this time. Got into an argument with my brother. I don't want to talk about it because I just don't want to fucking talk about it. But I met up with Franny. Franny's fiance came too. He wanted to see, the show and stuff. So all 3 of us were there. I'm sitting here checking in for tickets. Now, I did pay for 2 tickets. And the guys who were checking us in, he's like, weren't you here yesterday? I was like, yeah. He goes, well, did you forget something? No, I bought tickets for tonight's show as well. And I was like, well, who would do that? Me. Because I'm supporting somebody I like. I'm supporting my hero here. I'm doing that. What the fuck's the issue? Like, I will never understand why that bothers people. Like, so what if I buy tickets to see the same show? Yeah, of course I'll hear the same fucking jokes again. I don't give a shit. I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna ruin the show for people who haven't seen it, though. I did get busted for mouthing a joke, though. Nobody heard me, but the comedian, I'll tell you who it was, saw me make eye contact with him and just was mouthing everything. And I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Now, I was already nervous, mind y'all. I took an edible and I was drinking. At this point, I'm fucking crossfaded. I was like, shit. That literally was my whole mindset. I was like, fuck, shit, okay, we can do this. So this time, and like where we were at, it's first come, first serves on like the seating, of course. So there was a couple. There was Franny and her fiance, there was me, and then a guy who came solo. We sat literally right in front of the mic stand. Now, by right in front of the mic stand, I mean like I literally lined up with the mic stand. Franny and her husband were on the left side, everybody else was on the right side of me. I was like, oh shit, yeah, now I'm definitely getting fucking picked on. Here we fucking go. Now, before I say anything else, I also brought a gift for Troy. And it was like a manga Joker book about how Joker and Harley literally raised baby Batman. What I did not realize is that I gave him the second book out of the series. I have the first and third book. I gotta figure out how to send that to him. If not, I'll just hold on to it until he comes to Tacoma. But as soon as I actually unpack it, I'm actually going to just take a photo and post it on Twitter and be like, hey, can I send these to you? Because I forgot to give you the first book and I gave you the second book, blah, 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 blah. That was sitting right on top of my phone. Now, show starts. Host doesn't recognize me because host just straight up left after he was, don't say he had places to be, I guess. But then Joey comes on. Joey looks down. He sees me and my friend. He's like, I know these people. And he's the comedian that caught me mouthing his jokes. I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, don't do that. I'm drunk and I'm high and I have a tendency to just lip read people and I don't mean to do it on purpose. It's just something I do. So nobody heard me tell his jokes, which thank God. But what is it? He was just so funny and stuff. And like I smiled at him. I was like, hi. And he like waved at me and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Heard a Okay, good. Now, what did I leave off? Oh, so then Troy comes back on, literally, and one of the jokes was, anybody here have a mean parent? And I like raised my hand, and he's like, of course you do. You have green hair. I'm just like, ah, shit, of course. So, I got picked on for that. And then on top of that, what else? He made, I forgot what the joke was, and I ended up laughing. And he goes, You laughed at that. I was like, I did. Yeah. He goes, so what made you realize that you liked girls? I was like, oh, shit. And I did this because, like, it means I like girls, but I don't like girls enough to date girls because girls are fucking crazy as shit. We expect too much. That's why I will not date. I will not have a girlfriend. So then he's just like, oh, okay. I see. So he looks at me, he goes, you ever sister to anybody? I was like, yeah. And then he looked at my best friend and he was like, are you two a couple? I was like, no. And then Franny, with her husband standing right there, just like, oh, she wants to. I was like, no. I literally do that with my fingers to like be like, no. He goes, she says no, and then does this with her fingers. I was like, oh God. It's so funny. So I literally got picked on. And then he was making, some jokes about how he looks like Pete Davidson. I didn't know he was talking to me at that hour. And of course, he kept like staring at me. And I was, me being me, this is the man I want to flirt with, right? Like, he would make eye contact with me and I would just like look at him and I would just wink and smile. Like, that's literally what I did. And I could tell it threw him off a little bit. But he was also like looking at my Joker book while looking at me, while looking at the audience, because he can't just focus on one person in an item. That's not fair. That's not what he does. Anyways, what is it? He was saying something along the lines of how he looks like Pete Davidson, and I turned over to a friend and I was like, I think he looks like Logic, actually. I didn't know he heard me whatsoever. And so next thing I know, I'm getting yelled at. He's just like, talk to me. I'm right here. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh shit. And he was laughing. I was like, it was like such like a cringe moment for me because I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And he goes, me and Logic are best friends. And I was like, yeah, I know. He goes, It's like, Judge said stay 50 feet away from me. He was joking, of course. And I was like, oh God, now I definitely look like a stalker when in reality I'm just a fan. That's literally it. And I'm not like Eminem Stan fan. I'm just a fan. It's literally it. A fan who wants to date this man. That rhymed. Okay. Anyways, that being said, he asked, if there were any questions. I raised my hand. I was asking a question for my brother. I was like, so who's your favorite Spider-Man? He tells me he likes Miles Morales because Black Spider-Man, obviously, but he likes Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I should have been more specific because I was supposed to ask what his favorite variant of Spider-Man was. But it's fine. I'll ask him next time I see him. And so he doesn't like the movies, which, that's fair because I like Andrew Garfield, but I don't like the Andrew Garfield movies. I like the Tobey Maguire movies. No, I like the Tom Holland movies. I don't like Tom Holland and I don't like Tobey Maguire, and I will go on record for that now. So on and so forth. There were so many questions, right? My friend Franny goes, you mentioned birthdays. It's her birthday. My birthday is September 29th. It is officially October 5th. And he goes, oh, it's your birthday? I was like, belated birthday. My birthday was on Sunday, the 29th. And he goes, well, happy birthday. I was like, well, thank you. And he goes, what'd you do? And I was like, well, people actually forgot I didn't do anything for my birthday. And everybody's just like, what? I was like, yeah, I didn't do anything for my birthday, so I came to Vegas because I wanted to see you. I didn't tell him that part, but I just said I came to Vegas. And I was like, it's my last night in Vegas, so. And then he reaches out his hand and grabs my hand and is like, happy birthday. And I was like, oh, thank you. So now, moving fucking forward, because I don't want to stay in the same topic for too long. What is it? Oh, I'm last in line again. Everybody who was in the audience, told me happy birthday. And I was like, still last in line, get in front of me. I don't give a shit. So, sitting there, Franny's talking to him and whatnot. Franny's also getting like pictures while I'm getting pictures with him. Like, she's taking like behind the scene photos, if you will. And he tells me happy birthday. And I was like, thank you so much. And then that's when I give him the Joker book, and his jaw like just dropped. And I have a video of it too. And he's like, I love this. I was like, yeah. And I told him like, what it's about. I told him how it's manga and stuff. And he mentions how he's got to do like a podcast episode on it because he has this podcast called Secret Identity, and he's literally talking about comic books and Star Wars and movies and stuff. You guys should definitely check it out. But what is it? Anyways, he tells me how he loves it and how he's got to do a podcast on it and how he's been looking at it on stage. And I was like, well, now it's yours. I forgot that, and I do this to all of my books. In all of my books, I write Kayla Talani Hill or Kaylani Hill, and then I put my phone number in it in case, I misplaced my book. I told this man to ignore my phone number when what I really should have done is said, please text me. It's weird. It's so weird. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I'm like describing it to him, and he's like saying, thank you for this so much. And, I'm happy that, he liked it. And that's it, just pretty much it. I'm glad he liked it. And now I'm going to tell y'all why he's my hero. Because I told this to him too. And it's like on video of me telling it to him too. And you can just see the wait, what factor just click too. I've been watching his videos since 2018, 2019. Like, when I'm sick, I like to watch home old TV shows. So like Judge Judy, Maury, Steve Wilkos, Jerry Springer. I recognized him from when he was on Maury, and I was like, okay, I know that face. Now, when I was severely depressed, I'm talking like suicidal thoughts depressed, one of his videos popped up, and it was him wearing like the black suit Spider-Man shirt, and how he's like telling people, actually, Black Suit Spider-Man came out first before Venom. And I was just like, oh wow, someone actually fucking knows what they're talking about. Hold the fuck up. And I started laughing. Now, mind you, this was me not being able to be happy or laugh for a total of 14 months. Just straight, I wasn't laughing. I was fake smiling. That actually made me laugh. I don't know what it was. It just made me like really laugh. And I was like, okay, this man made me laugh. Now I gotta see why. I have to see why. And I told him that too. And he went from to, like literally, that was literally what happened. He goes, oh my God. He's like sitting there holding my hand. And then he gives me another hug, tells me I survived a lot. And I was like, thank you. And then he tells me something personal. I'm not going to say it just in case, he doesn't want it aired out. And I don't want to do that. And then I told him, I will see him in Tacoma whenever he decides to come out here next. And he got really happy. And he's like, I'll see you then. So then afterwards, he kept like blowing people off too just to talk to me. I was like, this is what that delusional sets into. Because it's like, why? Why are you talking to me? I'm nobody. I'm a nobody. Why are you doing this? And yeah, and he did one of those like those smooth moves where you like back away from a hug, but you're still sliding your hand down somebody's arm, and then you rest holding their hands. I was like, okay, smooth. It's not flirting. There's no way he's flirting. There's no way. Because I've seen the videos where he's like, I don't date fans. I don't sleep with fans. But what I tell you next is going to have you being in the same situation as me, because it's like, what? So, that being said, I tell him goodbye because somebody else wanted to take a picture. I was last in line, but a staff member wanted to take a picture with him. And I tell Joey goodbye. My brother's waiting outside, and I'm just like, okay. And I was like, shit, I forgot to tell him my fucking Star Wars pickup line. I'm going to tell y'all what this pickup line was, too. Of course, I fucking stuttered it, too. I waited an extra 15 minutes. I waited 10 outside the back door. I was like, all right, let me just go by the front door in case he goes out that way. 5 minutes of hanging out at the front door, and I hear this man's voice. I also hear Joey's voice. Because when you have anxiety, you're very observant. You recognize people's voice. I was like, that's Troy and that's Joey. And Franny's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, no, that's them. And I look behind me, and they're headed that way. I was like, Troy! My friends like screaming at several lungs. They didn't hear me. I was like, fuck this shit. It took some convincing, but I had to sprint over there. And so I finally got his attention. He turns around. I was like, I promise I'm not a serial killer. And then I ran, and I'm out of breath. He's like, breathe, young Jedi. And I was like, I forgot to tell you my pickup line. And I literally texted Joey this too before I spotted him. I was like, can you tell him for me, right? And so I was like, I forgot to tell you, And he goes, okay. I was like, keep in mind, this is me asking you out on a date. Just so we're clear. He's like, okay, go ahead. He's like, lay it on me. I was like, okay, do I have better odds than a proton torpedo firing at the weakest point of the Death Star? That's literally the pick I went. This man starts going into Star Wars, telling me, you know, why did Luke have to shoot it and stuff? And I was like, I know why he did it. I know why they had to blow up the Death Star. I do. And then he tells me I should read Star Wars Infinities. And I was like, okay, I can. This is where Freddy cuts the camera off, because this is like where my proof is. But there are witnesses now. Like, after he tells me that, he goes, you know what, when I'm in Tacoma, just remind me that I owe you a date. Because I know who Darth Plagueis the Wise is, and I know who killed Darth Plagueis. I'm not going to tell y'all, in case y'all decide to just go after my future husband. Oh my god, I'm so out of pocket, and I'm also fucking tired. Anyways, so that literally happened, and I was like, this can't be fucking real. There's no way this is real. And I'm sitting here, to this day, I'm still like rewatching these fucking videos. I'm just like, I'm going crazy. I have to be delusional. Like, I'm talking down about myself. I'm just like, holy fucking shit. Okay. But like, it's actually happening. It's real. Does he respond to fans? No. No, he does not. Will I think he will remember me whenever he comes back to Tacoma? No. But I do gotta remind him. So I'm very excited. And I don't care if it's like a dinner date. I don't care if it's not really a date. It's more of a hangout session. I don't care. I don't even care if I fucking take this man to go fucking lightsaber battling. I don't care. It's happening. So I'm really fucking excited about that. And so that was probably like the best thing on earth. That was like the best night of my life. And like, he's like all hugging me. He told me happy birthday. Actually, before we left the Wise Guys Comedy Club in Vegas, he was like, I love you. And I was like, don't say that, because then I'm going to take you home. I should have said I loved you back. But I didn't. And it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that's how Vegas went. Oh, but on the way back, again, 20-hour drive turned into a 17-hour drive, because my dad was speeding the whole way. Mind you, we were supposed to be home at 5:30. We didn't get home until 4. That's how fast my dad was driving. Now, on the way back, we got to see the Winchester House and Golden Gate Bridge in the light, which is pretty fucking cool. So, but that's how, my trip to Vegas was. The most depressing thing on earth is that I didn't see one fucking showgirl there, and that was like another thing I was excited to see, was a showgirl. Didn't see him. Didn't see him whatsoever. I went to Old Vegas and New Vegas. Didn't fucking see him. You know how depressing that shit was? It was sad. But, yeah, so asked, answered, and delivered. That's what happened. If you guys want to see the video I'm talking about, you guys can follow me on TikTok. It's Kayla Talani, KaylaTulani. It's also my Instagram name. It's literally my YouTube, my Instagram, and my TikTok. All the same name. It's literally it. I mean, I'm barely on Twitter, and it's so weird because, like, I'm verified on Twitter, but I have, like, 60 followers, which makes no fucking sense. I know you can pay for verification. I did not pay for it whatsoever, so I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck I got a blue check mark. But, that's how it was. So my message to end this thing is 100% meet your heroes, because chances are they need to hear that they're somebody's hero. So Troy Bond went from being my Jawa literally to being my Spider-Man. And it's nice. It's nice that I got to tell him that, he saved my life and stuff. And I'm glad he knows. So, and I think the best part is that I get to go on a date with him. Hopefully. If he remembers. If I remember, because my memory is shitty. But, like, a girl can hope. And yeah, that's that. And what's crazy though is that, really quick before I log off, I think the coolest thing though is that if we did date and break up, I'm not gonna trash his name, because, like, what is it? Me being a theater kid, I always wanted to go to New York. Now people are thinking that I want to go to New York because Troy's there. No, I want to go to New York because fucking Broadway's there, people. Anyways, I'm out of pocket and I am officially done talking about my trip to Vegas. So I hope you guys have a lovely evening as it's 11:38 my time. Sorry. And yeah, if you want to know what I if you want to hear me talk about something next, I do voting on Snapchat and Instagram. All you have to do is literally just go on there, or if you want, you can comment on YouTube. I don't know why I'm still doing this. It's like a form of therapy, like I said. So, but I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys do the same thing I'm doing. Take that step, meet your heroes. Not all of them are bad, and not all of them are assholes. Some of them are actual legit sweethearts. So, bye guys.